Welcome back, everyone, to another NCT 127 album review. I'm the NCT man at this point. I just review NCT stuff. I'm going to go through and try and review everything they've done up to this point. And I've now kind of drifted away from the K-pop chat, sort of. I'll go back to it, but first I kind of want to do all the NCT 127 stuff. I've done 3 albums. I might as well just finish them all. And once we've done all the albums, then we're going to go through. I'm going to go through the repackaged and listen to each of the additional songs for the 4. And then we'll go through the singles and EPs as well. So we kind of covered everything. So when new stuff comes out, we'll review that as well in the future. But for now, we are doing the 4th album, the most recent from 2022, not the repackaged version, the original, Two Baddies. Two Baddies, One Porsche. I have heard Two Baddies briefly, although I try not to listen to whatever Kia is playing sometimes. So the first play, might as well get into it. Let's get the first song. We got a full album this time, 12 songs. Hoping we're gonna have a decent time with this one. We had a really good time with the mini album, Superhuman. So hopefully this is gonna be good. And that was Faster. Interesting start. Interesting backing track. It's fine. It's certainly a fine track. I was not that crazy about it. I thought the background was good. The use of kind of there's a siren as well, and they clearly done a lot of processing on the voices, which kind of fit what was going on. It was quite aggressive. It was fine. Nothing. I don't think there was anything that kind of blew me away, to be quite honest. Next is Two Baddies, the title track from the album. Oh boy. And that was Two Baddies. Two Baddies, One Porsche. Not sure how I feel about that. It's fine. It's a fine track. 5 out of 10. It's just Too Bad. It's memorable. I'm not sure if that's a good thing in this case, to be quite honest. I found it I find the Two Baddies chorus annoying, but the rest of it was okay. It's fine. Nothing that blew me away, to be quite honest. Kind of disappointing considering how good the mini album was, how kind of lackluster this album's been so far. I'm hoping we're gonna get something a little bit better later down the line. Next up is Time Lapse. It's interesting to note that Too Bad is the only song that's got over 10 million plays on this album. It's got 24, and then the next popular is 8, which is Designer. Is Time Lapse. And that was Time Lapse. I'm getting very concerned about this album. Very, very concerned by the fact that it's another mid song. It's this one kind of felt like it had a better chance of being good. I think the backing track was there to kind of be quite, and it could have been quite a unique kind of experimental song, and it's just kind of a generic. It's almost, I guess, love song, and it doesn't quite. The slow kind of vocals they went with didn't quite fit the song for me. It kind of felt like they had a backing track and a song written and kind of put them together just because they had them laying around. And unfortunately, that doesn't mean it's a 5. Again, another 5. This is unfortunate that we're getting multiple fives in a row. Next up is Crash Landing. Hopefully, something good's gonna come out of this. I'm begging. I don't want just a mid songs the entire time. Okay, bit better, bit better. It's just nothing's wowing me in this album so far. It's just like, oh, it's fine. Like that one was a little bit better. I like mainly the backing track. Again, the backing track. Whoever produces these beats is really good. Like, they're really good at this. Although I feel like this album is the weakest so far I've listened to in terms of beat production. It's just kind of feels a little bit phoned in. 6 out of 10. It's fine. Like luckily we've not had anything bad so far. It's just been mid. Like it's just been completely average. Nothing's kind of stood out so far. Next up is Designer, the second most played song on the album. I'm hoping we're gonna get something that's like a 7 or 8 soon. It'll be really nice. And that was Designer by NCT 127. And better. It was better than what we've heard. I still don't think it's a 6. I still don't think we've hit above a 6, sorry. It still feels like we're hitting like 5, 6 out of 10. It was once like the vote, like the singing was good. Like the singing was good. The backtrack was fine. Like it did a decent job. Like it had everything kind of there to be a 7 or an 8. But the rapping just lets it down. Like it just lets it down. I just do not think it fits the song at all. Next, and I can get 6 out of 10. This is not going well. I mean, luckily it's not gone bad, but I feel like it's worse. It's kind of mid. Like every song has been mid so far. Next up is Gold Dust. Hoping we're gonna get something out of this. I really want at least something of note from this album. And that was Gold Dust. Finally, something of slight note. That was how you do a relaxing, chill vibe song. That's how you kind of do them. At least that's what I thought. Unfortunately, the song's a little bit boring. It's fine. Like it does its job, I think, decently well. But I kind of feel like it not exactly drags on, but it doesn't quite change at all in the song. It kind of keeps the same kind of feeling. It doesn't feel like it progresses. It kind of starts. You kind of listen to 3 minutes, and it ended now. That said, I'm giving it a 7 because I did enjoy the song for about 2/3, and then kind of got bored of it. But I did enjoy it for those 2/3. Next up is Black Clouds. Well, as they said at the end there, that was Black Clouds by NCT 127. Good. Happy with that one. That was another solid song from them. They did do pretty well on it. Once again, not not enough for me to kind of say, oh, they killed that song. They killed that song. They didn't kill that song. It was like good, you know. I don't know what it is. It just doesn't feel like they're getting. I'm not getting hype. I'm not getting a strong emotion from anything. I'm not getting hype. I'm not getting like sad. I'm not getting happy. I'm not getting angry. Like nothing major. I'm kind of going, oh, this is a good tune. Like it's not like the mini album. The We Are Superhuman was every song was a banger, and despite that they're all slightly different. That was good. Next up is Playback. I'm hoping we can get at least 1 out of 10 because this would be the first album I've done with 0 if it doesn't. So hopefully we do. That was uh, Playback, which was decent song. I feel like I'm struggling between a 6 and a 7. I kind of feel like I should give it a 6. It doesn't wow me. Like I don't want to listen to it again straight away, which is kind of my idea of like a 7 and above. Is that I kind of go, oh, well, let me listen to it again a moment. Did I like that or not? I kind of feel like I didn't enjoy it enough to do that, which sounds like a 6. Although I did like it more than Black Clouds. I've kind of had a look. Excuse me. Kind of had an upturn the past few songs, so I'm hoping we're going to finish strong. We've gotten a lot better since Faster and Two Baddies. That's all I'll say. And next is track number 9, Tasty. And that was Tasty, and my god, what an improvement. Oh my god. Wow. Really happy with that song. That was good. That was more like it. That's kind of what I wanted from them. I feel like this is kind of like their best area, is these kind of fast paced hype tracks and dance tracks. I feel like this is by far their best area. I just don't think they're quite as good at the kind of slow, kind of relaxing, chill vibe kind of stuff. 8 out of 10. That's an 8. That was a very very enjoyable song experience, and I'm glad I listened to it. It was good. It wasn't quite a 9. It wasn't quite a 9. Next up is Vitamin. That was Vitamin. Um, back to hey, that was good. Yeah. Kind of stuff. Um, yeah, not crazy about that one. That was fine. A decent beat to it. The background, it kind of like. I feel like it kind of did the best it could. You know, I feel like it did the best it could. I don't think they had enough there for that track. You know, I thought they sang decently well. The backing track was fine. The lyrics were fine. Like, there wasn't anything about that was going to stick out, to be quite honest. I'm giving that 5. Got 2 tracks left. Next is LOL, in brackets, Laugh Out Loud. So, let's see how this one goes. And that there was LOL, and again pops out of nowhere, and a great track, great track. I'm not sure if it's an 8 though. Not sure if it's an 8. It kind of took a while for me to get used to like the song as I was listening to it. Oh, actually no, you know what? This is actually not bad. It's not bad. I can rock with this. I can rock with this. It's still got issues. I feel like the chorus is much better than like the verse in that song. The chorus is really good. The backing track is probably the weakest of the album, but I feel like they do a really good job elevating it with the vocal performance, and yeah, I think that's a 7. I think that's a 7 out of 10. Really strong end to this album at the moment. And last but not least is 127 brackets. Time stops. And hopefully we go out with a bang on this album. And that was 127 brackets. Time stops. Good end. Good end to the album. It's remarkable from like the start of this album to the end how it's gradually improved, with Vitamin being kind of like an odd one out in the album, where it kind of dips a little bit, but the rest has just been gradually improving as time goes on. And this goes out once again with a pretty good track. I think that's another 7. Honestly, I thought I did a really good job with that one. And with that, thank you guys for watching. Overall, in terms of the album, I thought that was, as I just said, whilst it kind of started a bit shaky and I was very concerned with it, to be quite honest, it's gradually improved to a pretty good album, sort of. It's okay. There's nothing inherently bad about the album. There's not a single bad track, which is, you know, a first for one of these longer albums. I don't think either of the other two full albums I've reviewed have had 0 bad tracks on them, but this also has, I think, the least amount of, maybe it kind of surpasses Awaken with better tracks. I think Awaken probably is the worst album so far I've reviewed, and this one I feel like did pip it in the last third, which is good. Thanks for watching, guys. Next up, we'll be reviewing... Let me find which album it is, as we've done Sticker. Next album we'll be reviewing is NCT 127's Neozone. Next, the second album. That will be up next. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time. Goodbye, everyone.